Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Smart Poker YouTube channel and another episode of Sundazed and Confused. This is number 118, and as always, I'm here with my wonderful wife, Crispy Wannabe.
Cheers, everybody. Happy Sunday. Hope you're getting all smoked up.
Yeah.
Like we are. We're having a good Sunday. It's beautiful here, and we're lucky to be hanging out with all you fine folks. How you doing today, Rare Grows, Artman, OK Jace? It's good to have everybody here. And we're going to be firing up another blunt. But we want to make sure that everybody can hear us.
Yeah.
We've been having some technical difficulty. It's been brought to our attention that, our sound quality isn't the greatest at times. So if you got some feedback, let us know how we're sounding. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now? Yeah. Can you hear us down there? Oh, I'm going to put it up there, the link.
Yeah, Smott's going to pin the link, and if you'd like to come on and show your plants or just hang out and chill with us.
I'm about to get toasted up. Now, I got a fat blunt roll. This is the second blunt of the day.
Yeah, second blunt of the day. The first one knocked me for a loop. Now, this is how lucky I am, folks. Very first thing I wake up, and the very first thing Smart does, this is 2 days in a row. He's so sweet. He puts a blunt in my hand and says, "Let's get baked." And it's the very first thing. He hands me a coffee and a blunt, and I'm like, "Wow, this is. I've been starting my day off the right way for the past 2 days, and it feels great. I'm a lucky lady."
And we do got to get a microphone. When are you guys going to get a show? Hey, that's my thing. I'm not trying to be cheap. I'll buy a microphone, no problem. I just don't even know which one to get, man. I don't know which one's good. They got everything from like $20 to like $300, and I don't know where to go, what's good for my setup. So this has been working for a while, but my wife said more than one person messaged saying that they've been hearing some bad feedback to the point where it sounds like someone constantly hitting a bong.
I do get the occasional feedback, but not a bong sound. Hi guys. Hey, Ice and Ice.
Cheers, everyone. Cheers, Ice and I, Artman, OK Jace. It's good to see you guys.
Hello.
Cheers, everyone.
We're about to fire up, man. See, it sounds really low here.
Yeah, everything sounds good on our end too. So we're not sure what to make of it.
Haas Farms in there trimming the harvest. Can't type, sticky fingers. That's always a good problem to have.
Yeah.
In there.
Might be a thing. I see you did some work on your plants there, Jace. Since you got yours up first, you want to go first?
Yeah, so I started my main line a few days ago.
Nice.
Looks like they're popping back fine, huh?
Yeah. That one's not quite ready to bend down yet. So I'm gonna wait. Yeah, I got these going. I did the Smart Poker special there. I trimmed it back.
Nice. I like it.
It does. It still holds it pretty tight, but it will let it go before it rips your plant off. At least that's in my experience. It depends how deep you go, But I'm sure.
I like the fact that you're only putting one stake in there through those roots versus two.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's another positive to look at there.
You did a real fine job.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel?
They're a lot shorter, so those will all spring back and be great, won't they?
Oh,
yeah,
I don't do this. That's all. I don't really top like this. I'm intrigued. That's cool though.
That's my stretcher in the middle. I usually don't bend them down like that, but I'm trying to get on top of the canopy and try to keep it as level as I can as I go.
You got a good start. Looking
Here's
good.
XYZ. Yeah, they look good, man.
They really do, man. And when we first started doing that art, man, I was like, "What? Oh my god, we took half the plant away." But I was blown away at like what that plant produced at the end. That was that I was very like taken aback and was like, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah.
But after the end result, I was like, I'm never gonna have that reaction again. Well, I still get a little, oh my goodness, this feels wrong, but it does such great things for the
Yeah,
So
I've never
Jace,
stripped the.
Jace, covering it. You went up 6 nodes and then cut it back to 3. Is that what you did, or 7 nodes, cut it back to 4?
So I went up. 3 of them were at on node 6. I was trying to let the other ones catch up, and yeah, I just trimmed them down to the 3rd node, and then I stripped the nodes below that, and then I left the leaves here, the fan leaves, to help with the growth.
Okay, cool.
I might take those bottom leaves off here in a minute. They're kind of low there in the media. Yeah, I just leave a little nub there at the top. It helps give it structure when you're training it. I learned that the hard way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you got to remember, guys, like he had some nice, big, beautiful plants there, 6, 7 nodes, whatever. They were doing well at that. Now he's cut that in half. He has a root structure built to support a much larger plant. So whatever he kept is getting tailored treatment. It's going to get massive amounts of growth hormones and shit to it. And the other thing that I think it's just as important is that he kept the leaves down low. I see a lot of people stripping the leaves and the growth nodes. At this point, you just took half the plant. It was creating photosynthate from all those leaves, man. And then you want to cut it in half. And now you're going to strip those leaves too. You just cut the solar panels back from 100% to like 15%. But like Jace did here, he left all the lowers. And the cool thing is you'll get such exponential growth that they come off in about 2 weeks anyhow. Maybe not even that long. Those other ones will blow off so fast that these ones will just be, like he said, in the media, they start getting that nodal structure where it just bends them down and down more and more into the media. And it'll work out great.
And like you were talking last week, you have all of those roots now that were, working that whole plant.
Yeah.
And,
it works good like that.
Yeah,
So
I'm excited. I've never taken off this much of the plant. I took about 2/3 of the plant off, so that's quite a bit. I've always just topped and femmed and super cropped. So this is my first time mainlining, but I'm liking it so far.
I was going to ask how you felt about it. You think, do you see them springing back pretty quickly as far as like phototropism and shit?
Yeah, they're coming back pretty good. I've already had to move those garden stakes out a couple times already. So I'm about to the edge of the pot, so I'll probably stop doing that here pretty soon. I might get some binder clips and see if I can clamp them on the side of these pots and use that as a tie down for LST if I need to.
Yeah. Yeah, man. That's cool.
I'm awesome. They're going to bust.
I'm glad you showed us that.
Yeah,
I'm interested. I want to see what's going on. I've never done it myself, so I'm learning with you. Okay.
Yeah, so I've topped it once already, right there in the middle, and then when I get it, okay, so I topped it right there in the middle, and then you got 2 nodes coming out, and then I let this grow 3 nodes longer, then I top it again, and then that'll split, and then you top it. You can top it at the first node at that point, and you'll get 4 on each side.
And you know what else you can do is you can actually, if you want to, this is how I do mine. I let it grow 4 nodes, top it, and then remove the middle node. It gives you a little more space in between your branches so they're not all clustered together. But you don't have to do that. At this point, the only time we recommend waiting extra nodes is whenever you're doing the first clipping, is because you're waiting for that root ball to grow. At this point, as soon as it's ready, man, as soon as you can get in there and snip it without hurting the other nodes and the ones you want to keep and shit, bam, right on. These are all femmes, right?
Yep, all femmes. I hope they stay that way.
Yeah. It's pretty wise to do this on clones or femmes or something that is going to be worth keeping. Look at Isanai. He's drowning over there. Holy shit.
It's raining.
Is that what
that is? Yeah, that's some rain.
Oh, I thought that was. Hold on a second. I'll be right back, Jace. Give me one second.
He wants to see the rain.
I thought it was his basement at first, and now I see the grass. What's up? I said, "Nah, you're on mute, but you're you're floating away."
Yeah, it's a thunderstorm day today. Love it. The only problem I have is my garden slopes down towards my house.
It sure does.
The only thing we got is this little concrete step here. It's got about another couple of inches left before it starts coming in my front door.
Damn.
Wow, yeah.
Oh man.
Time to chisel a French drain down in there and run that away. Run it to the neighbor's property.
Oh.
It's not smelling too good right at the minute. Smell like quite a bit of sewage water going on.
That's not good.
I just wondered what it was. I was in my room and I could hear this noise, and I turned my fan down because I thought, oh, that's a bit loud. And yeah, it's just raining really exceptionally fucking hard.
Wasn't your fan at all.
No. Hey, give me a second. I want to make sure we get OK Jace done, and then we'll come over and jump on yours.
Yeah, you're good.
I seen that water almost shit. I was like, that's it. That looked like a basement floor. I must like.
Oh no! Thank goodness, right?
Yeah. So, Jace, I still had a question, man. On that front left one, which one was the small one? It wasn't quite catching up the right notes. Is it still the front left?
Yeah, they're still the same. I haven't rearranged them yet.
Did you top it as well?
Yeah, I topped it, so it's still on its first set of nodes.
Okay.
So yeah, it's only got one set of nodes coming up. They're only about 2 inches long, maybe.
I gotcha. Right on.
So yeah, I'll leave those fan leaves underneath them for now. But when they get long enough, I'll pinch those fan leaves off because they'll be dragging right on top of them.
Yeah, that's nice.
I like it.
Yep, I'm loving the auto water system and the auto drain system. It's really hands-free. It makes it so much nicer.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, because you were hand watering your last grow, weren't you?
Well, my last one, that's when I tried out those auto watering pots, and that worked pretty good. I mean, I pulled 34 ounces out of 6 plants with them, so about 2.2 pounds. But I don't know, I just wanted to go this route. I mean, this seems like the best method to water in cocoa. Top feeding.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, have you noticed any differences in the amount of nutrients that you need to put on to get the same runoff now that you have less biomass above ground transpiring?
Yeah, I've had to increase the water cycle a little bit. So I was doing 2 events a day to start out. I moved it to 3. And then I initially started at 30 seconds per event. And then I've increased that up to 40 seconds now. So I went to 35 and then to 40 to get runoff the way I want it to.
Cool. Good deal, man. Everything seems to be working for you. It's nice to see that. I'm glad you stopped by and show us.
Yeah, I love it.
Looks great. Looks good.
Yeah, love coming on here.
And
Fun
they're
share.
going to start taking off. We're going to start noticing like weekly how they're just going to bust. And your last tent, like what the with your the last harvest that you took down out of there was your tent was busted, man. You do a great job in that 5x5.
Thanks. Yeah, that was so that was just a lot of tops. I topped that quite a bit. So this is why I'm wanting to try the try mainlining. You know, you get less colas, but they're more stacked and bigger buds.
Yeah.
I see the appeal.
Oh,
I
yeah.
know what you're after. I think you'll achieve it.
Most
Can't wait to
definitely.
see the canopy.
Yeah.
Me too.
I bet. We all do, my friend. We all do.
Yeah, we often want to rush to that end where that the canopy and the buds are all stacked, but this is the fun part too.
Well, that's one thing I noticed about mainlining versus the other way I did it. This is much slower because you're cutting off so much of the plant and it takes it a while to bounce back from that. So you're almost taking a step backwards to an extent.
you do extend your veg time, no doubt. Probably not as much as people think, especially when you're first cutting it, but it does.
Yeah, maybe a week.
Sometimes letting it grow natural, especially with a static light source that doesn't move, isn't the best way to grow. You know, it doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't need to build the architecture that it builds. You know, so we kind of come in and manipulate it to build the architecture to fit the static light. And yeah, it can take a little bit of time, but you know, everything's a trade-off, and it's all about is the juice worth the squeeze, man? You know, sometimes it's not, sometimes it is, and you know, only way we can tell is by running these in our own system, in our own garden, and seeing how our own feedback is. Did we like our veg times? Did we like the way the plant was built? You know, did we have fun?
Did we laugh? Did we cry?
Fun? Yeah, did we have
fun?
Cheers, Fluff. Should have a wrench now. Staggering. Noob.
Awesome to see you all.
There's our buddy Soil Man Ice and I. Hey, me and my wife got some soil talk too for the group today. We have some questions about plants. We was in the store looking at plants, and some of them have different delineations on them of how they should be grown, and we're curious on how this works, you know. So we'll get into that. But I wanted to give us, and I don't know if you're going to have to go because of the rain or whatever, so I want to give you some time to do your thing. I hope it doesn't come over your stoop.
Yeah, me too.
All right. Yep. There is a manhole in the garden. I'll just have to do a bit of digging to find it and lift it.
Hey, get all the grandkids out there with buckets. It would be like have them bailing it back out to the road, man. Right?
Yeah. Speaking of the training clips and whatever, I've done a little bit different this time. I thought I'd do a little bit of training on the next lot of plants. You know, normally
that is different for you, Austin. You don't train anything.
So here we are. We got them all sort of stripped down. They got a little bit of early clipping to bring them out, and all got.
I guess he does do that.
Yeah,
a little bit. He does do that. That looks good.
Got all the separate tops. Pull these two, these two here down. This one there, it's got doubly bent over, and that's pretty much all that will receive now. Everything's got stripped off and everything. I'll pull any fan leaves that come up into this middle area. I'm going to try and keep that clean all the way through it. So anything that sort of like pushes back into there, I'm going to strip off and remove out. Pretty much done the same on this one. So I've got clipped out early, bent down, spread out. This one actually, I did a top knotter, and then it got clipped, and it's still come down. And it's got,
oh, those are great. Yeah,
it's got a fair amount of tops on it. They got this knot. It's now coming into this nice, what I call like the vibrant green is now coming out, which I like. Don't like them when they're too dark. I do like them when they're this signifies a bit more healthier to me than the darker green.
Yeah. Hey, they love that soil. We've seen how many runs through this soil, though, and you guys, and they continually come out nice and green, and everything seems to be very symbiotic in your pots.
Yeah, I just they took off all the big fans, all these stupid ones that are just going to be blocking off everything. Done all the leaf stripping. Like I say, I don't normally do it, but because I found it quite therapeutic actually coming through and doing it all and stripping it all out. But these are the plants that are growing 420 boys. Give me the red Kachinas. I think there's a Mac and Crack.
Dude, they sent us some great shit, didn't they, babe? Grow Room 420 sent us 2 plants. Both of them were fantastic. Or did we grow 3 of them?
We grew 2.
2 of them? Yeah, dude, that they get some good shit over there for sure. Those look great.
This one looks special, doesn't it? Do you look at this one? Do you not think this is just really pretty? I just love the way it's looking. Just the thin leaves are now coming. It's gonna be pretty tasty. I reckon it's gonna have lots of fingers on this. It's got 10 plus fingers on it. Got a bit of variation on there as well.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so cool.
That's the Pepe Le Pew
I love
stripe, man.
I really like that.
This is the American one, Ronberry Cross Cheesequake. And look, I've done the clip there and the strip there. Look at that, some pretty nice cuts on that one when that come out. Hopefully, actually, that's looking like it's a female.
Hey, Fluff said he likes your greenhouse feed, man. You do a good job with that. He's gonna try it.
Well, that's some pretty awesome stuff. I don't use it to the recommended. I'm in the living soil. So when I'm using it at minimal amount. In these ones, they all get set out pretty much the same. I'll just give it a good top dressing and whatever. But all this stuff down here, just gets lightly amended. It gets some of the other stuff, the enhancer, which got all the trichoderma, the bacillus, subtilis, all that good stuff in there. So yeah, it's pretty good stuff, and it's powdered. It's easy. You know, you just fertilize once and you're good for the. You know, it's a roughly an 8-week supply of food for your plants. So I haven't got to worry too much what's in this bottom one. That's an added bonus. But the greenhouse food should theoretically supply 8 weeks worth of food in this pot. So if you fertilize with your flower bloom mix at the beginning of flowering, that's it. You just water only all the way through, apart from your little microbes, what you put in there every now and then, fortnightly, probably, if you want to follow their regime. This is their tartan, which I sprinkled the nanas on from the blueberry muffin that I found in my buds that I was smoking, and it seems to have took quite well there. I've got a nice couple of buds on here that are quite pollinated up, so I'm going to have some feminized seeds of the blueberry muffin cross jelly bean, which was really fucking loud, and I've smoked it all already and just wish I had some more. But this tartan is looking like it's going to be pretty frosty. It's got a nice smell to it. It's really sticky as well, so I'm pretty pleased with the results on that. That'll probably be the next seeds that I'll be germinating. This is a nori cake. Another one. That's a Greenhouse Seed Company one as well. Yeah, beautiful. Basically I've just done the same on this one like normal. I'm just stripping down to so I can pretty much go put my hand in, like I say, like. So you can see, as you can see, you're all the way down there. So I've gone in and pulled everything down, apart from the top ones. I'll leave the top ones, but everything else is going to get stripped all the way down through that center. And this is oh shit, this is another tartan. So yeah, but this one, I just put it straight in the bed because I like to switch it up every now and then. The next ones I'll probably do might not be in these pots on top. They'll be straight in the beds again because I like to these have now been resting. I would say not actively had plants drawn out of them, so they're built up all the worms and everything working through this and that. So these are going to be ready to put a plant in, and they're just going to take off and be amazing when they. So that's what I like to do with my living soil. In order to recharge it, I don't add really anything to it. I just let them rest, and all the worms and all the microbes and that'll be freeing up all the nutrients in there, ready for like if you've got the room, you can just pull one to the side and just bring another one in that you had pulled to the side. That's what I've been doing. I let these ones rest, and I'll bring them back into rotation. But yeah, that's me. That's where I'm at the minute. And quickly, just show you.
Time for veg plants, huh? Oh, you got those.
Oh yeah, we got some hang.
Which one's this?
This is the Milky Dreams.
Oh, looks good, man. There any seeds in that? That's the one I remember asking you that the other day. Remember that one I was asking?
I remember.
No,
did you find any yet?
No, I don't think so. There's no signs of seeds. No, it's just swollen colactors on there.
That's it.
Sometimes they give you the impression like they're loaded with seeds, but they're not. They're just swole. But yeah,
They're just
I've got-
swelled up. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Fluff, you'll have to come on sometime. We're going to talk about soil later. We watched when we're done here, we'll get into it. My wife and I watched this cool thing about soil, and plus what we've been noticing in our own compost as well as our garden and some other stuff. But it should be some fun times, and about roly-polies and worms and shit. We've been looking. So look at that. It looks like you punched it right through the ceiling, bro.
Oh, that's wild.
I mean, that little
it's in a little hook.
Yeah, but doesn't it look like it's just
But it
punched
does.
straight?
It looks like
Yeah, it looks like a seed person project.
You grew up
Upside down plant.
The tomato, what's that thing called?
Topsy-turvy, yeah.
Something like that.
The thing about doing it like that as well is like when you're using beneficial bugs and stuff, they like to go up. So when you hang this up, and most of them are sort of like hanging around on the bottom of your plants anyway. So when you hang them upside down, they're going to leave your plant if there is any left on there. So and it's going to go up towards your lowers and not on your bottom big buds that are hanging there. Everything will migrate upwards.
Yeah,
so,
that's cool. I was out in my garden, man, picking slugs up again. Them damn slugs. They got holes chewed and some shit. But we also had some aphids and shit in our garden. I think it came from me composting in there during the off season, man. Putting in straw from a local farm as my carbon and shit, and all that. And I feel like some of it wasn't totally broke down. I stirred it all in,
Maybe we created a vector.
I think I may have created the problem. But so I tried to use some. First, I tried just regular soap, Dawn soap. I sprayed a couple of days, no good at all. And then I tried using Dr. Zymes, no good. And then I finally, about 4 or 5 days ago, I went to Seven Dust. And because there's no flowers on anything, nothing's really blooming yet. There's no fruits. Everything's just little trying to get started, and it's getting chewed up. So I put some Seven Dust on them, and they've really bounced back, man. And
yeah, I got to say, it's the first time that I can visibly see a difference of
brand new leaves coming back.
The leaves coming back, nothing's chewing them. The damage is stopped.
Yeah.
Because Smut's not wrong. They were really going to town on our garden slugs. And I don't think that was the only problem. Like he said, we were having some other issues, but
the soil seems so I don't want to say superior. Like it's great without that look, like without mixing in what I composted, it was perfect. And I'm kicking myself in the ass because I feel like I put the bugs there. But I will say this, I have all these little ink cap mushrooms popping up every day in different spots. I have a lot of worms, and me and my wife found today, I was looking down below the pepper plants and you could see a whole bunch of like the mycos in there and shit, like white fuzz all over, and not in a bad way, because there's some nasty shit you can have. This was on a really nice loamy soil, and it just looks so nice with the dew in it and shit. And at first I thought it was like a web or something with spiders. And when we got down and seen how it ran, and then right at the end of it was like some little mushrooms, and they looked so perfect and delicate, and they were gone soon. And I started looking this stuff up, and I noticed a lot of roly-polies in my garden. And I was thinking, is that bad? And I found out those are good. Is that what everybody calls them?
Well, that's what I've always called them.
What do you guys call them? Potato bugs?
Roly-polies. Yep.
Yeah.
Wood lice.
Yeah. So
wood louse. Yeah.
That's pretty soil lice is what they are, but they seem to be. I actually read, I don't know, obviously you read a lot of shit, but it said that they can actually rid soils of heavy metals, which was the last thing on the list, but I thought that was wild. But it did say that they help carry bacteria around the soil on their bodies and spread it around, keeping a nice healthy colony. Their excrement is good for the plants, as well as they help break down organic material quickly, in a much quicker fashion and so it seemed like there was a lot of positives for having them versus any negatives. but because I know the slugs, obviously, I don't want them. I was seeing them crawling everywhere, man.
So yeah, we figured like we may have some aphids back there in our garden. We may have, you know, like Smart said, we have the garden slugs that and these things are eating our vegetables. So we want to get rid of them, but you know, we don't want to kill the good things in our garden. Like, so we did spray the 7 dust, and it did make a visible difference. And it looks
the roly-polies and worms are still there. I was looking all over.
Yeah, they're there. Like, they're not like.
I don't want no colonies collapse, man.
Yeah, we don't want to kill the good stuff by trying to get rid of.
Oh yeah, Steve. They're saying pill bugs is what some people. They ate his strawberries. That's not cool, noob. I've been seeing some of the earwigs around. We had real bad earwigs.
Oh, earwigs.
Yeah.
They were bad.
Yeah, so.
And that's the thing. I feel like we have wonderful soil, man. Like I was telling our buddy Thunder Dan, he sent us one of those digging knives. It's like a badass digging knife. It looks like a Rambo.
It's a garden tool. It has like many other uses.
I can't think of the name of it.
Yeah,
that's the shit right there. What I showing. This is the nice.
That's what we have like in the top, like
in the top layer of my garden, right as the plants are coming up, and
just in some spots.
And now that we sprayed that 7 dust, I'm telling you guys, within a couple days, the plants got 3 times the leaves they ever had, and they're all nice and healthy. And it hates me because I hate doing that because I think it may have some shit in there that isn't the greatest. I have to look.
Hopefully we won't have to spray it again, and we can see that it is stopped. So I don't know if that's gonna be the deterrent.
Well, I wanted to come to the crowd and ask them, what would you do in that situation? Like, you can only try so much shit. I tried the what do we got over there?
Dr. Zymes was the natural Dr. Zymes, and
I tried soap. I tried going out every morning and plucking off some of the leaves that weren't the greatest.
We tried the beer.
We tried beer cans for the slugs.
We're still trying the beer. There's 3 beers in our garden just hanging out.
Our buddy Art Man, tell him what you sent me, Art Man. I showed my wife about the slug deterrent.
Oh yeah, I want to. That's really cool.
It's very effective. I'm positive.
Now, was that made of copper then? Is that what it was? Because it was a mesh. It was kind of a mesh. It looked almost like I don't know how to describe it really, but it was a mesh of copper, and you put it around your plants, and the slugs went up to it, and they stopped. They did not like that stuff at all. I have no idea what it was, but it was just like a loose metal. It's weird.
Sorry, you can get compensated.
I didn't want to spray that fucking shit, man. Nah,
I don't think you could put it around you. It would take a lot of it to go around your whole garden, though. It was just something interesting I sent you. Maybe a couple plants or something.
My garden now in copper. Just like to have a copper barrier.
Son of a bitch. They're in it, man. They're in the soil inside. So I would like, even going around the wood. I think going around the plant, what I would do is do it like this, Art Man. You know how people put a skirt around a Christmas tree, kind of like that. That's how I would do that shit. I would cut a slit in it or like kind of wrap it around so that, because that's how they do it. I made sure nothing's touching, the leaves aren't touching the ground, so they can't just crawl right up onto the leaf. They crawl up the stalk and out onto the leaves. And so I could stop them between the stalk and the soil. I think that would work. And I'll just hook it up to a battery and we can ground my garden and I'll get 10 times the yield with electroculture.
Smart.
Electroculture. Seed person isn't even around. It's alive.
We need an army of predator bugs that come in and just like kick their asses.
Yeah.
And and then.
But how do we keep them in there? I think I would release them and they would just fly all away. I mean, this is we're talking outside. But I'm really proud of our soil, man, and what we have it. Look, see. Dude, Mike B just found his. I found the little green aphids on my pepper plants. So I washed with dish soap instead of using Captain Jack's. That's what I tried, Mike. I really did try to stay on the essential oils end of it. and I tried to use the other shit. I mean,
We
I
used,
tried for a couple
Dr. Science.
days on each one, and I mean, literally, I sprayed, but we didn't use Captain Jack's. We used
No,
Dr. Symes.
No, that's what I said. We used the
we
Dr.
used
Science instead of.
Yeah, and the shit seems this 7 dust, whatever it is, seems to work. But I don't want to kill bees and stuff, man. And
No, we don't want to, and we don't want to kill the good bugs that are in our garden that we want to keep in our garden, and we don't want to like them going somewhere else to live.
yeah. So hopefully, only if that's all the treatment we'll have to do. And now I know to keep my. What I did at the end of last year is I moved my compost pile on top of my raised beds, which I didn't think would be any problem, you know. And then all of a sudden this year, I moved all the top stuff and the bales of hay that we had from our Halloween decorations, our pumpkins, all that shit got composted into a new compost pile. Our grows from over the year, and so maybe I shouldn't have did that. So. We'll see.
Hey,
Hey,
live and
Smart,
learn.
you ever heard of Lost Coast therapy? I think it was the
Oh,
Rasufa I was talking to the other day. He said it worked really good on his garden. He just had a problem the other day, so
I want
somebody
to
was
say
mentioning
that.
it in chat.
Yeah, I see that. I want to say it's the same basic ingredients as Dr. Symes. I could be way off there. Someone's probably out there about ready to flip, man. Like, this fucking dude's way off, you know?
We'll have to look into it. We're not saying.
I think they're both essential oils pretty much. They might be mixed at different ratios or something, but I think they're both like a spinosad or so, if you will. So they're
I don't know about the spinosad. He said something about essential oils, though. But he said it worked really good. So, but.
You know, I seen
and that stuff always smells so delightful.
Well, I want to think this. I saw the interview. I think it was Caribou Heart. I can't remember who it was. I don't want to say the wrong show. It might have been Uncle Rick, maybe. That's who it was, Uncle Rick. They did a interview with them guys with Lost Coast Plant Therapy, and the dude that owns it seemed like to be one of the most righteous cats I've ever seen in our industry. And I don't say that lightly. And like everybody that was there, maybe it was Caribou. I think he gave everybody coats and he sent them a gallon of their stuff. And he was like very open about where his money goes, what he makes, how much his profits are, and all this. And I just thought it was a really, really open, honest discussion with this guy and about what he's trying to do. And his product isn't the cheapest, really. But after hearing that interview, I thought I would have no problem spending my money with that company. And I don't say that lightly with anybody, you know?
Heard that.
Yeah. I never used the product, though. But his message was great. And the way he conducted himself and his core values and his integrity all came through really, really clearly.
Well, maybe you should try it. Sounds like you got a problem.
Oh, we have a problem, but we hopefully we had a problem and we don't really have. I'm hoping we don't have to spray that again because I don't like to spray it. We don't like to spray it because our cat hangs out in the garden too, you know, and we're always out. We're all up in the garden as well on the daily, and we don't want to be, you know, using that poison.
Hey, was it Eric Clapton that said, "I got a problem"? Yeah. Can you relate? I know a lot of other people on here having problems with their peppers, man.
Yeah, and you know, like last year, it ruined petunias. We weren't sure what it was, but we come to find out that what we actually had was the aphids.
I thought they was white flies, but I was obviously seriously mistaken because I found out a lot of the neighbors had them. The people down at the greenhouse had them.
Yeah, they said that a lot of the.
She wouldn't even tell me what they spray with on those ones. The people that grow those, she said it's a strong stuff, and I was like, well, what is it? She goes, oh, you don't want to know. And it's like she's being very. I don't think she knew, but I was curious. I'm thinking what, because they're not edibles or smokables, they're ornamentals. So they got this big greenhouse full of them, and they're spraying the shit out of them. And I'm thinking, what am I taking back to my house? Right? You kind of want to know. If I'm not taking bugs, what kind of pyrethrin DEET spray am I dragging through my car and going to hang over top my porch to drip on my, cat's face when she's on the railing or something? Seriously.
But that can be a problem. I mean, people have said about getting plants from like greenhouses and like, or bringing home spider mites from cuts that they get from a large operation. So our greenhouse could be full of stuff that we can't see. It's dangerous to go in places like that sometimes with all the bugs coming from there. Because I questioned that. I was wondering if some of the problems came with the plants we got there. And
I want to make my own hanging baskets because you have to give them like Miracle Grow. That's how they grow them. You know, there's only thing inside that pot is like a big green styrofoam, maybe a little bit of soil packed in around it, and everything's growing out of there, thriving on Miracle Grow. That's how they do them. You know, it's a commercial greenhouse, but I like to have my own.
But you got to start them indoors early, you know, and
let's talk about the soil. We were to actually, this is where we always get into different aspects of people mislabeling things, because it does get kind of technical, right? People buy like Fox Farms and it's mostly all peat. It's not really a soil. In a true agricultural sense or a horticultural sense, that would be considered a soilless media. If you were referring to books and doing things like that, it would be that. Just because it has organic matter doesn't mean that it's automatically, you have to have the sand, silt, and clay. So what is a sand, silt, and clay is pretty much what silica is the quartz. And it's different.
Yeah, it's just different sizes of that.
Just different sizes particles. And I didn't know this, but sand, the silt is the same makeup as sand, which can be organic matter and silica and different things, and crushed rocks all come together.
Yeah, decayed rock.
Yeah, decayed rock and shit all comes together to make the sand. The sand breaks down to make the silt, you know, and it's just the same thing, just a different particle size. This could be referenced back to such things as our fulvic and humic acids. Same thing, different particle size. So, and then you get to the clay, which is the same as the silt and sand. It's just also the next size smaller. These are important for drainage, for nutrients and things like that. But you also have to have the organic matter, you know, and then you have to have your worms, your funguses, your roly-polies, whatever you want in there, your microbes. And then you need time, right? Time is one of the secrets ingredient of a good soil. You're going to have to give that time to all work together and become very, homeostasis or whatever, to find a nice balance, and then things will grow great in there. And I think you see that, like I see these beds over and over consistently, and your plant gets in there and it creates a nice rhizosphere with the root zone, and it gets that good connection with the soil. It's interesting shit. This is how I play it through in my head. And then I start thinking about, to make a good soil, the biggest thing would be your inputs of organic matter and where they come from. So if you want to stay truly organic, you can't accept inputs that could have ever seen pesticides, for example, or maybe certain nutrients that would you wouldn't want in those, that wouldn't be considered organic nutrients that were fed to those. So your source material would be very, very important in how great your soil is, and if you can really be organic, in my eyes. And this is all new stuff to me. Within the last few years, we've been poking at it, and I was
creating a better understanding, because to be honest with you, before I even started growing cannabis with Mott, I come across a bag of Miracle Grow soil or Fox Farm soil, I just assumed, that's soil. I'm gonna, it's got everything my plant needs. It was doing good for my posies and a few vegetables that I've been growing, and didn't really think about what's going on. And
ignorance is bliss. It is. I mean, that's with everything, But
it is pretty interesting, like the deep dive in what's going on.
Yeah, I love the soil. I think that, like I said, the input material will be big for how well your soil goes. And a lot of ours, I realize, we could never tell someone that's a purely organic soil that we've made outside, because a lot of our shit comes from the supermarket. We toss in, lettuce and celery, eggs, all these things that come from outside of where I don't know what happens to this shit if it's sprayed. I'm sure it is, you know. And so that going into the compost, once it's processed by the microbes and all that stuff, is it now considered to be organic again? Does that make sense? You know, I wonder what process does it have to go through? I know when it comes to contaminated soil, there's a company here in Pennsylvania, and their name is Newmeyer. And this company, Newmeyer, they process contaminated soils. I know this when I used to pour concrete down by the river in Pittsburgh. They tore down the old steel mills, and that was all contaminated with heavy metals, all the soil. And those were huge steel mills. So there was blocks and blocks of just contaminated soil. Only one little tiny weed would grow, you know? And so these companies would come in, and you know how they remediate soil? They dig up 6-8 inches, take it over to this temporary furnace and bake the shit out of it. Then they bring it back, dump it down, and they put geotextile over it to keep it from eroding, and they try to inoculate it redo it with life. So they pretty much go scorched earth and re-inoculate. And it's wild shit. Costs a lot of money. And so, yeah, that's all the stuff we was thinking about when it comes to soil goods and bads, you know? What say you folks? Any ideas? What's that, Ice? The hell is that?
Crystals.
Put rubies in your grow?
Yeah. I put them in there, you know, when I built the soil. You know,
Crystal.
Yeah. You know it. You got to have them. You got to have them in there. If you ain't got them in there, you don't know what you're doing.
We don't have any crystals, man, in my garden. I'm gonna have to get some.
Yeah.
And I'll put them in there and say crystal.
Yeah, crystals. Yeah. If I find pieces, you know, like when I'm out as well, like just random bits of quartz or whatever, I'll just put them in my pocket, give them a wash, and bring them back in and just throw them in my beds. I love it all. All this what they call it, paramagnetic stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, how are we not doing something, you know?
It can't
just hurt. And love and feelings in there.
And chicken bones, voodoo chicken bones. Anytime I put a hat on a bed, or someone walks under a ladder, or you see a black cat, you have to yell out 3 times, chicken bones, chicken bones, chicken bones. And it hexes the hex on the curse, man. It washes away the curse. This is what I use at the card table, right? So I'll be sitting there playing Texas Hold'em. Someone's sitting on a pair, and I can tell, and they're waiting for it to come up. I shake my hand and I act like I'm rolling dice 3 times. Chicken bones, chicken bones. They never get it. Smart poker always takes them down. Full tilt, I'm all in.
Oh my! I gotta get my boots on. It's getting so thick in here.
Give them an evil
Yeah, no
eye.
shit.
Evil eye.
My story, I'll tell it how I like, right?
Exit stage left.
Indeed.
Smart, define organic. Organic, that's a great question. I think it's here's what I think of when I think organic. This will show my either ignorance or intelligence, I guess. When I think of organic stuff, I think of something that is has not been used with pesticides, and has been fed with synthetic fertilizers. I think it should be fed with all microbes, and I think those are my 2 things. It should be grown outdoors. I feel like it needs to be outdoors under natural sunlight with no pesticides and no synthetic nutrients out into the soil. I feel like that's a good organic living soil setup.
All natural.
Yeah. And I guess the only other thing you would really go on there would be maybe the genetics and where they come from, or they modified and shit like that, so there's always some other caveat. But I think in my mind, that's how I would go. I look at it like I try to be as organic as I can be, but I'm not going to be some weird snooty guy about there's some cardboard in my shit. I don't know, there might have been some glue on it or something, like little things like that. I feel like that's not really the biggest deal to me, but I don't know.
I I want plutonium, damn it.
We can arrange that.
I'm sorry.
We love building our store.
I'll go
but
the
it does
other
have
end of the
quality.
spectrum. I want
I
beautiful
even
glow in the dark plants.
In one term, if you could look at it, all plant material is organic by nature. You know, any plant material is organic. You know, and then you've got the chemical side of things, or you know, is it positive, inorganic or organic? Is whether it's got a positive or negative charge to it as well. There's lots of ways you can talk about organics.
I try not to get hung up on it, man. I feel like what's a nice car to you isn't a nice car to me, maybe, you know, and what you consider organic and what your level's organic are different to me. I'm not really concerned with what's on the packaging and what they need to be guided by. If that's like the big hang up here, we're trying to figure out what's on these packages. I wouldn't believe it anyhow, really. I feel like they'd have some circular logic where they could tweak something here or there and be able to say this on the bag and fuck all that, dude. If I didn't build it myself, if I ain't known you since I was like 6 years old, then I don't trust you, right? So there you go.
Dang, Smite, you don't trust me? Why? Come on.
Well, you guys are different. I met you under different circumstances, right?
Okay, we'll give you that one.
Sometimes you gotta have faith, the faith, the faith.
Oh my!
I gotta have faith,
That's right.
baby.
Rocket.
Hey, we gotta call.
Oh, George Michael's called.
Whoa.
I know.
He wants $5.
Rocket, man.
Kind of entertainment for free, really.
That's right.
There's the art man. Look at this. He's coming out hot and heavy.
My goodness.
Hot and heavy.
That's just what my eyes need right now, Art.
Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not liking it though. Ow, damn it. I'm not liking hitting my head either. No, the structure of the plants is really bad. I don't like
Hey,
it.
what's that?
I've been having real bad heat issues.
Heat.
There you go.
Did I drop out?
No.
Oh,
No, you're
cut
not
me
cutting
off.
No,
Huh?
you're not cutting out.
There it is.
You're doing
Oh,
good.
Your phone finally caught up to the
okay.
orientation.
Yeah, I don't like.
Yeah, the phone was off to the side.
We were looking at a sideward to grow.
Oh, I see.
My neck was hurting.
Is it right now?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're right.
Yeah, it's right.
Is it right now?
Maybe you're just
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah.
maybe you're just
I'm
thinking
getting
about
these
your
things
buds
again.
because-
Oh man, I know what you mean.
Okay.
I'm getting bad heat issues. Heat at
What you-
night. It's like 85 in here at night. It's
Uh-oh.
crazy hot, but that isn't going to be a problem for very long, is it, Smart?
No,
No.
tell
I'm
them
getting
what
a
you
mini
want.
split for my flower rooms. I'm getting
Nice,
a
nice.
9,000 BTU mini split. So it's going to sit
Sweet.
right here. The inside unit. Oh yeah. Heat will no longer be an issue. So.
Is
But,
your root zone getting hotter? Man?
What's that?
We
Is
can't
your
hear
root
you
zone
guys.
getting hotter?
I still didn't catch that. I'm sorry. I'm not getting good audio.
Oh, sorry. Is your root zone getting hotter?
Oh
Is
no,
your
no. I got a chiller, so that's not an issue. Here, I haven't even looked at it for a long time. Let me check this out. See what I got.
Yeah, but you-
Oh man. Oh, they're huge
Wow.
again. So you can see those. I can't pick it up actually. It's so freaking heavy. No, I don't
Well,
have
you
root
got a
issues.
net.
No, I got a chiller. Yeah,
That
I got
was
the
sexy.
chiller in there, but with the mini split, that's not going to be an issue anymore. So hopefully that it'll also help me control my humidity a lot better. So the humidifier won't be coming on a lot. So
Yeah, I know you got a chiller
that'll
on
be
there,
cool.
but that would be interesting though if you got a laser thermometer and just took the temperature of your actual root mass and see what it says.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty cold, pretty low though, because I water once an hour. So, and the water is 68.8 right now. So temperature of the root zone is not an issue for me at all, really. Well, you've seen my
That's
roots. I mean, those things are just massive every time.
I would think
Oh
And
yeah.
very
at 80
healthy.
degrees would have root rot.
Yes,
So I think
yes.
that's
Well,
fine.
that's why I got the chiller. It changed my
Yep.
grow. I had my reservoir ferment, and it
Ooh.
was pretty nasty. Yeah, it was
What's
just
wrong with
nasty
that,
stuff. So
I'm just kidding. I know what you mean. It's a horrible smell, and you're like,
oh,
oh
it was
man.
Oh,
gooey. It was gelatinous. Yeah, it was horrible.
Yep. It's
But
like a bird.
that was
bath
when I
outside.
first started. So yeah,
Yep.
it was a long time ago.
live and learn, right?
Yeah, that mini
Absolutely.
split is the shit, man.
That'll be your game changer right there.
That is going to be nice, man. I've seen a lot of people really turning around when they got one of those in the larger spaces than yours, you know?
Right. Well, my step kid is HVAC, so I let him handle all the picking it out and everything basically. He's the expert,
Nice.
not me. So yeah, that's what I thought. And of course, it's for mom, so he'll be doing the install. I'm sure we'll treat him good for something, but
Hell yeah.
But he isn't into weed. He isn't into weed, so it doesn't matter there. Now,
What's
don't
he
you
gonna
guys
have?
forget, I have a giveaway today.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
Keep
that's
that in mind.
right.
Damn.
Someone's gonna be
Yes.
lucky.
I follow. See, there she goes. She just started singing again. We
She's
got,
in sing
Nice.
mode, man.
I
we
like
actually
it.
have
It's joy.
we actually have our first viewers ever that come through from X. That's the Twitter. I always link to Twitter, but we never get a viewer. This is the first show we've ever had
Really?
2 people watching from X. They're probably bots or something.
I don't
They're
know much about it.
Awesome.
Welcome,
So,
bots. Welcome
awesome.
to our show.
They can't comment
Cheers.
like everybody else, but they can
Give us a
watch.
like, subscribe.
Come
Thank
on,
you.
and come to YouTube if you want to hang
Come
out.
hang out. Come smoke with us.
I think it's time.
Somebody's trying to come. Who's this stranger? Probably a flasher. Oh,
Throw
that's
him out.
the
Throw him
American
out.
one.
Throw him out.
All right,
Good
Tal.
one.
What's up? Well, I'll just have to set that down for a little while. What's up, Tal?
Hello, everyone. Happy Memorial Day.
Happy
Happy
Memorial.
Memorial
Indeed.
Day.
Let's
Thanks for the
remember them.
reminder.
Yeah, let's remember them.
Yeah, that's true.
Yes.
A lot of us get caught
Absolutely.
up, and I'm guilty of this, man. I get caught up in thinking Memorial Day is, a day off
Day
work,
off, thank God. Yeah.
and we sometimes forget. I think all of us are guilty of that at one time or another. Maybe it's good to be reminded.
Yeah, I went down to Dad's grave yesterday. Put flags up. He was a World War II and Korean veteran. So
Oh wow! Cheers
Hell
to
yeah.
all, man.
Yes.
absolutely.
Now,
Indeed.
Art, man, I
Been
got a
gone a long
question for
time.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So your water's at 68 degrees. It's in the reservoir, right?
Right on.
So, and what do you? It's a flood and drain, or no? You flood it and then it drains out.
It's actually it's synchronized timers, so it's pretty much what are they? Not flood and drain.
LST.
Well, yeah,
I
it's
mean,
basically that. It's not what the hell?
Ebb and flow.
Flood and drain.
flow.
no.
Ebb and flow is the other one. Yeah, it's flood and drain. It's 2 pumps, synchronized timers. Yeah.
LFT.
I bet you in between waterings, when it's 80 degrees in there, that's probably when it got to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I think
Not
it's
that you have that
mainly
problem going
above the
forward.
root. It's above the root zone. I have no problems with roots. All I get is deformed buds, and I'm definitely getting heat issues because when I turn off my lights, it's getting up 85, 86 in there because of the
Right.
humidity. It's
But
all
what I'm
the
saying is,
dehumidifier is it.
in between the waterings, like after the water stops, it probably gets a little warmer under the roots. Because I would think if it was like DWC, it probably wouldn't be happening. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm curious too,
If it
Kyle.
wasn't bubbling
because
water,
here's
I
what
bet you the
I
buds
thought
would
of
be
that
all right.
myself,
So,
and I thought to
yeah.
myself, if it gets too warm at the root zone, if it was that warm, or let's say above 75 at the root zone, wouldn't he pretty much immediately start seeing root rot? I mean,
That's
I'm not a
possible. Like, I don't
DWC
know that
though.
much. Yeah, I don't.
Yeah,
Well,
you
the
see
thing
root
is
rot.
though, Well, the thing is with my system, it waters once an hour, 24/7. So with 68 degree or 69 degree nutrients, and that's
5
54
minutes
minutes without. It's 54 minutes off.
Okay.
So that's all the time it has to warm up, and I don't think it's going to warm up that much under the
That
grow
much, you're
tray
probably
with the
right.
lid on it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially
on
with the
mine. I've
mass-
never had. Well, I've never had root rot down there at all. So,
Right.
and I get massive roots, and they're very
Right,
healthy.
The mass of the
My
roots
heat
probably
problem is
cool.
my heat problem is up above, really, and
Sure.
but not for long, hopefully.
Now,
But
Yeah,
yeah,
so
85 is
but-
when lights off, right? You're saying it hits 85
Yeah.
at lights off.
Yeah, it should be 83 in the day, 73 at night. That's what I'd like,
Vice
or
versa,
thereabouts.
I
Yeah,
agree.
you don't want it heating
Right,
up
right.
at night because it's warmer at night than it is in the day, which is really screwed up. But that usually
think-
only happens when it's fairly decent outside, so when the air isn't on and stuff.
I think if you have a big
No
delta
more.
in temp between day and night, you'll get a lot more stretch and growth you don't really want to deal with. I think it's
Exactly.
I agree with you.
So
That's
let me
why I
ask
pulled
you-
the trigger now.
Yep.
So you
My
think
one
that the
buddy-
bud structure and stuff is because of those temps and thing? You think that's what's
It could
going
be.
on?
I think it is.
It
now.
could very well be. Yeah.
Now
I
think that's
agree.
what it is. I'll tell you what, I
Yeah,
hate seeing
so-
that though. Like it looks almost like a bad not Jacaré, what's the other one? Oh, Dr. Greenspoon. You ever see that plant? Like
Yeah.
it almost looks like
Green spoon.
yeah, just stem
Was it
and then a
narrow
couple
and
calyx and then a couple stem and then a couple
spindly?
calyx. Yeah, but not that it won't be
Yeah.
good, but just
Well, no, this has
I've
got
always
another
said-
month to go, so it won't be too bad. The air conditioning in the house will be kicking on pretty soon, and I won't have as much temperature. But it's already, the structure's already set pretty much, so
yeah.
it'll fatten up, but it'll be smokable though, perfectly smokable.
Oh yeah.
Just won't be as pretty.
It won't have the bag appeal, okay? Or the jar appeal, I should say.
And it sucks
Yeah,
to
sure.
trim.
That's true.
I don't
Yeah,
know,
their
just cut
downsides:
the top
heat
off,
stress.
Wrap the paper around the top of that one.
Actually, what I did was I took 2 buds. Now I talked to Jack Greenstock on his show. He was talking about back budding was not a legitimate practice, or it was bro science or something like that. But
Okay.
I took 2 buds now, and I got them right next to each other. They're about the same part of the growth stem, and I cut one of them off, and I got one of them that isn't cut off, and we're going to compare each of them.
There you go.
And I took
I'll be interested.
pictures of them too, so from different
Scott
angles.
did that once, right?
So-
Scott, you said it seemed to work. Yeah.
Supreme
I pull
Creep
these
says I
buds
don't-
out of my. I pull them out of my jar, and these buds are huge. They're bigger than any of them that I've produced with Flow OG. So I think it works, but I'm going to try. I don't have any numbers though, or definitive science. It's a home grow. It's hard to do.
What are we looking at here, Sinai?
That's the platinum asset. It's been curing for quite a bit now. That's
It looks really nice.
that's quite nice actually. It's nice little. That's what I've got left of that one.
Ah,
But just to say, yeah, this platinum asset is pretty damn nice if you ask me. It's not how the winner so far. I can say is that Agnes Beckett. If you got that blueberry muffin cross jelly bean, I would run it because that is dank. And yeah,
I like that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Sorry.
You have a favorite.
Cheers to the chat. Don't forget, Artman's going to do a giveaway. Maybe at 1:30. That's when we usually have like peak viewership. We'll do 1:30, and then we can give Artman, if everybody's okay with it, we'll give you the microphone here. You can tell him what you got on deck.
Okay,
all right?
I can do that. Yeah, sure. I was just digging through my jar here. Excuse me.
Oh shit! I caught you
yeah.
here. Let me do
Whenever
it.
we're ready.
Let me interrupt while you're doing something there and put you on the spot, buddy. My
Oh,
bad.
it's just the jar. I was just gloating over the jar. That's all. So, okay, what we got? All right, I'll give you a recap. I've been putting together grower seed packs from different growers. I've had an Ice and I pack, Twisted One pack, a Caribou pack, and now this week we got Fluffkins. He was here earlier, and it's a Fluffkins pack. And I got 6 different strains or cultivars. I will go through them now. Bink crossed with Hyman. Now, these are all regs, by the way. We have Sideways Betty crossed with Blue 16. This is a 60-day, he says. So we got Spanish Moon crossed with Black Forest. We got Gypsy Juice crossed with Black Forest. We got Black Forest number 2, which is an F2. And we've got Sideways Betty crossed with Black Forest, which is his signature cultivar, Bambalam. It's Bambalam, asshole. I had to do that, by the way. I wish he was in chat. But anyway, that's Bambalam. And all these are supposed to be pretty strong buzz. So that is the synopsis. And the Bambalam was described as a medium return purple buds with a lemon pine thing going. So there it is. So we got 6 cultivars. Whenever you want to do it, we will.
Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah, someone's going to be really lucky today. When
I hope it's me. I need some luck over here.
I'm rooting for
Nice.
you. I'm
Good
rooting
luck.
for all of you.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Maybe I'll get lucky 2 weeks in a row.
I want to shout out Seed Person One in his absence. I missed the kid, and I'm smoking on some of the Stacy that he had grown out, and it's awesome.
Oh, that's
Nice.
cool.
That is awesome.
All right,
Hell
Seed
yeah.
Person. Shout out to him. Such a grommy.
He is such a cool grommy, man. Very generous, and the guy's just a well-rounded, centered dude. And I couldn't ask for a better friend, for real.
He is a kind person. That's my main thing I got to say about him.
Hey, they let
That's
me
the
back
greatest
on
compliment in
Instagram,
my
man.
mind.
I had to appeal a couple times, but they did let me back on. That was my second appeal, and they finally did it. But
Yeah, I
instead,
thought that they were going to take it away forever.
Congratulations.
they
Welcome
didn't
back.
take it away. Thanks. It's nice to be on there
Good to
and be
see
able
you.
to get older people, you know, and to promote things and like if someone wins here, they can get a hold of us because I'm on Instagram, things like that. You get to share.
And there's the real important, there's the important stuff. Like you already shared a picture of Mimsy with me.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. I did, didn't I? You got
Priorities, dude.
Cheers Guerrero, Mr.
You got some
Greenfinger,
milk in there,
Salt
man.
and CC.
Don't forget the $5 watermelon.
Oh yeah, you need $5 watermelon.
Dude,
Hey,
That's
I couldn't
hilarious.
believe they were that expensive, Spot. When I was,
Did you see them?
whenever I noticed them. Yeah, dude, they're 1088, and I'm in
Yeah,
well, they were 10 or they were 940 something, 948, and they did
Right,
they
on
dropped the
sale
price
for-
in half now.
right.
Oh yeah, they're a lot
But-
cheaper.
That's crazy, man. In my opinion.
Oh, it's definitely
Yeah.
crazy. I
All
was
the
standing there
prices-
in Walmart. I'm like, there's no way I'm paying $10 for a melon,
Dude,
man.
whenever I go to buy anything, I have sticker shock, and like that's been my whole life. But in the past 2 years, it's been insanity.
It has been, man.
I hate
All
shopping.
Yeah, that it is. It's rough at the supermarket, and it's so unfortunate.
Uh-huh.
But we're all going through that same thing, you know.
Well, you're growing your own though, so
Yeah, well, we're trying to go some.
that's going to help a
own.
lot. Absolutely.
Guess I got to make more
A lot
money
of
because I
people.
feel like I can't. There's not much I can do about it except make more money to cover the cost, right?
Yep.
That's life though.
Hustle, 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 right? Closed mouths
Faster,
don't get
faster,
fed.
faster.
And you know, it's fortunate for Smart, unfortunate for me. I like ramen noodles, but Smart does not.
They say
If you've
they're
been to
really
jail
not
before,
good.
man, you've ate a lot of ramen noodle soup. I've had enough
Cheers,
cheese to last
Armand.
me a freaking lifetime.
Hey, Levels.
Merry
Levels,
Christmas.
hey.
Cheers, buddy.
XYZ, Vector, Ice and I, Jace. How y'all doing today?
Good.
I realized y'all were live, and I
Fantastic.
was ending my live, so I was like, you know what? Let me go get their link. I posted the link, and I hope everybody just piled in here just now. So, cheers, y'all.
Cheers, man.
Thank
Are we
you.
simulcasting?
In a way, why not? I just want to come up and
Nice.
show the backyard. My tents are off right now, so I figure I'll show y'all all the cactus and all. If y'all have a minute or two.
Nice.
Yeah, man. We're gonna do a giveaway in like
Not a
20
problem.
minutes. So we're just hanging out. We got some joints rolled up, and oh yeah, there's a lot of people coming in now. That's cool.
Yeah. There should be. Yeah. Seymour, Galaxy. Oh yeah, everybody.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
We were bitching
Hope
about
y'all
the price
having
of
a blessed
groceries.
day. Hey, I had 5 more flowers come from that cactus from last year, y'all.
I remember.
Oh yeah.
Let's
I
check
had
it
5
out here.
more come up at one time.
Damn.
Cool. I'll tell you what, cactus have the prettiest flowers. They're brightest. Just jump right out at you.
Oh, they're gorgeous.
Man, you got nice cactus too, dude. Jeez.
Hey, he got some nice shit.
He does indeed.
Oh, they're packed. They are thriving.
Yeah, I
Hey,
started.
he don't want to get drunk and fall down on his patio.
No.
Yeah, you're right. It's gonna hurt. Here's this one. Remember, this is the one that broke that I had on the table last year. I put it
Damn,
in
dude.
I remember that one.
That doesn't
Is that
need
the one
an
that
up
flowers at night times?
Yeah, and
Is it?
so all the leaves will come out and they'll be like bright pink.
Levels. That doesn't need a bigger pot or no, man.
I just put that in that pot, but yeah, I was thinking the same thing not too long ago. I put it in there
Good
like
eye.
4 weeks ago.
Yeah, that's.
I never
I mean, I bet you that's a little spurt of growth is because of the new pot.
I mean, I'm 6 foot and it's up to my shoulders.
Wow, man, that is
Wow.
that's amazing, dude.
This is my yucca.
Oh, cool.
That is cool.
I use yucca in my reservoir sometimes, man. It's a little expensive, but it's supposed to create drought resistance in your plants, and
Yeah, it makes water wetter. It's
What
a
is yucca?
surfactant.
What is the part that they use for that, Smart? Do they
So-
just chop it up?
They would rip all the leaves off and the inner stalk. You can
Okay.
eat that. It's like high sugars, and it's got a surfactant in it, which makes water wetter. In a way,
That's wild.
this little thing.
growing. That's like an ivy. My mom had a bunch of them growing for years and years. They was like wrapped around the room and shit. They were like 17-year-old plants. That was pretty cool.
And then there's my
Uh,
wandering Jew. It took a beating over the winter though. And then y'all remember my succulent little basket. I hope this thing
Wow.
this thing is just branched off. It's dangling. It's literally
That's
Dang.
impressive.
it's way into this pot here.
Right.
It goes all the way and then comes
Dude,
back
put
up.
in a little pot and put the clear part of the stem and put it into another container. It'll
Oh yeah, I mean they got little leaves that
puppies.
fall off, and I just throw them there, and they
They're
just
puppies.
keep.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they just
Ha
keep.
the pops are all over. You pop those out. Yeah, you could start giving those out as gifts, man.
Yep. Look, if you look here, this leaf fell here in between. It's not even connected to the plant. It's just wedged under this one. But look at the pups growing off of it, just sitting there.
Wow.
Yeah. They're so tiny.
Ah, it's cool.
And then this thing's just killing it. Just the snake plants are just blowing up. They're just like multiplying. There's little ones coming up everywhere.
You got a green thumb.
They're even back here. They're I need to do something with that. It's just I planted that last summer, and this is what it looks like now. So then I'm about to put these 2 grapefruit trees in the ground. That's about to go in the ground, and that's about to go in the ground back there.
That's a grapefruit.
Yep.
How much times and how long, how many years until you get the fruit?
I think
From it.
5, and I think these
Okay.
are only like 3 years old.
Why do you have
XYZ
them in the
back there.
shade?
That sucks. Our buddy, his connection screwed up and he had to go. So I wanted to time grower love
XYZ.
Yeah, that
Who's
sucks, man. He's
This
always
is
on
a
the plane or something, you know.
Night blooming orchid cactus. If y'all remember, this thing was double its size, but it died during the winter. I had to cut it back, and this is what it looks like now.
Yo,
It
Levels.
also bloomed at night, if I remember correctly.
Yes, this one will like make a pink little bulb, and then it blooms at like 1 or 2, 3 a.m. And if you're not up by like 5, you'll miss it. By 6,
Cheers,
it's already
Dan.
shut.
Hey, we were talking about this one last year, man, because we were thinking about how it got pollinated, being that it was only flowering in the middle of the night, and we thought to ourselves that had to be the moths or bats or wind pollination. You know, we were trying to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. I remember that. These are some avocados. Oh, they ain't getting much light over here.
Yeah, why do you got the fruit trees in the shade? How come you don't got them in the sun? Levels? I was gonna ask you.
Every time I stick them, so where I'm at, I'm down south. Every time they get in the sun, they wilt. They wilt. They prefer shade. They prefer indirect sun.
Okay, I figured like a grapefruit would want all sun, but I guess not. I was wrong.
Here's a kicker for y'all. I didn't do anything. Y'all remember all my tomatoes last year? I literally have not watered any of this. I come out here a week ago and the tomatoes have died off but grew back. My apple mint died off but grew back. Tomatoes died off, grew back. Tomato died off. Look at all the dead tomatoes from last year. And it grew back. These grew back just from the roots, I guess. Rain. Hope my internet ain't messing up, but yeah, all these tomatoes come back on their own.
You sound good.
We were muted and we didn't realize we was muted.
I got you. I was wondering, I was like, I couldn't tell if y'all could hear me, but that's about it, y'all.
Hey, those tomatoes.
I heard everything you said, buddy.
Yeah, those tomatoes grew back on themselves. I couldn't believe it.
So yeah, you just left the store up there, and they started growing back.
Yep.
There you go.
Honestly, I haven't watered them or nothing. I just went out there last week, and I was like, I got 4 tomato plants. I wasn't even planning on doing tomatoes this year.
Get ready. 4 tomato plants can produce a lot. You're gonna need some cages and everything.
I tried to give up on them. I tried.
You be giving tomatoes out.
Right. Mother Nature's like, no, you got the green thumb. We know we're gonna stick around.
Smart poker.
Have some tomatoes.
Seinfeld episode where the chick wouldn't break up with George.
I'm sorry, I missed that, man. You seem kind of low, pal.
The Seinfeld episode where the chick wouldn't break up with George.
She wanted to break up with him, and yeah, she was like, "No, I'm not accepting it."
She's like, "No, I'm not accepting that. That's what those tomato plants are. No, we're not."
Yeah, he's like, "Oh my god, my 2 lovers I've met. You caught me in a lie. Well, I guess I'll lose both of you." She's like, "No, I'm okay with it." She's like, "So am I." Yeah, that was funny. That's a good episode. What else did I get? Oh yeah. Hey, Levels. You know what happened to us, man? We moved our
compost.
We moved our compost pile. Well, last year, whenever a tomato would fall or would get rotten or whatever, we take it off and fire it in the compost pile. And
the compost pile.
Yeah, we moved the compost pile this year to a different spot, and sure enough, man, as spring went by, we looked over there the other day, and growing up is like a foot tall plant. There's actually 2 of them there.
We had a wood pile in its place, like just a little bit of just camping firewood, and we looked behind it, and sure enough, we have tomatoes too that we weren't planning on growing.
We call them volunteers, man. We also had a pumpkin that we composted, and now we have a pumpkin plant growing too. So we have a volunteer pumpkin.
Pumpkins are the worst, and tomatoes are really the worst too. I just had a buddy come up on my live, and he planted flower, like he threw a bunch of, like, I don't know what the name of the flower, but he threw a bunch of seed in the planter, but somehow the biggest one grew outside the planter at the bottom in the soil in the ground, and it's like bigger than anything, but he can still use his planter because it's not in the planter. So he's got all kind of other shit in the planter. It's like, I was like, that's fucking what's up, that the plant chose to grow there.
Yeah.
So you can still grow in the planter. You know what I mean?
That's cool.
That's pretty cool. Hell yeah. Brian 420, cheers.
Yeah, cheers to the chat, man. Awesome.
Cheers,
I'm glad everybody's having fun. We're going to do a giveaway. Artman's going to have a giveaway from our buddy Fluff over at Caribou Heart TV.
Hell yeah.
He hooked Artman up, and Artman is nice enough to share, and I think Fluff said he was going to even send you some more, if I remember correctly. And so
yeah, he is.
Lots of we've come into lots of, the American one, Artman, Iceni, all these guys have come on. Our buddy Salt and Sea Seeds, and I don't want to forget anybody, but how many guys have come through here and given away, been very generous with their genetics, and we want to say thank you to all. I hope we didn't miss anybody, and we do want to
Seed person.
Seed person. There you go. That's another one. We just got a
big one.
Man. He texted us and says, "Hey, watch the mail. Something's on its way. I sent seeds," and we're like,
Oh, and he sent us some vegetables and something from Memphis. He's such an awesome
Cat
dude.
Yeah, he's very thoughtful.
Very awesome.
Did you see that stuff he was cooking? He had some Instagram posts. He put frozen Nutella balls inside. Oh man, he froze Nutella balls and put them inside these muffins, man, and then they thawed out. So he had.
Oh, those look good.
Yeah, that's
I wish I
Hey y'all, I just had a few minutes to come up. I just gotta go do some shit for Memorial Day with my mom and stuff. But I want to come up and hang out for a bit. It was good hanging out with y'all and good seeing y'all. I'll be in chat for the giveaway for sure.
Cool,
good
man.
to see you, Levels.
Nice to see you, buddy.
Anytime.
Yeah, we'll see you around, man.
Hell yeah.
See you on the show.
This week. Yeah, I'll try to catch y'all this week, either at my show or I'll try to catch y'all Monday after work. Wednesday after work, if I can remember. We just been working later since time zone changed, more days of light and shit.
Oh yeah, gotta make hay. That's what the farmers say. Gotta make hay when you can, right?
Right. All right, y'all. American Ones, Mine Crispy, always a pleasure. Artman, Ice and I, Jace, everybody in chat. Thank y'all for coming over from my live to hang out here.
Yes.
I'll be in chat, man. Hell yeah. Y'all have a blessed Memorial Day.
Have a good one.
All right, we'll see you.
Take care.
Thank you. Always a pleasure.
Yeah,
always bringing that diverse garden too, with the cactus and everything he's got going on.
Yeah,
very talented.
It's nice to see all the outside stuff in the summertime, and it was cool. We went from like 55 to 71 people, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then he come on, and was like, "I put your link up." I was thinking, "Oh, okay." We have like all these new people coming in all of a sudden, so that was cool too.
More lucky people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go ahead. I'm sorry,
I was
American.
gonna
Go
say,
ahead.
I saw that seed person post too with the frozen Nutella, but I'm not into Nutella. But I had an idea from it. Like, you know what fluff is? Like,
oh yeah.
I bet you that would be really good in one of those. Froze it and did the same exact shit with fluff, man, right?
Oh yeah.
Seed person is such a, he's like an innovator in all aspects. The upside down clone, making
Hey,
muffins with
Yeah,
special
plus
stuff
the
in them.
food, the ravioli that he had
Yeah,
posted the
yeah.
other day. Oh, I'm always hungry after looking at his posts.
American one, I'm going to tell you how much I know about fluff, and this is no shit. Anybody who smokes dabs the old-fashioned way and has a butane lighter, well, I actually had one that was a dual flame. It was like a high-end one for kitchens.
Yep.
So my wife makes me a apple pie, and I take fluff and spread it all over the top. Then I fire up my butane kitchen torch, which is really my dab rig torch, and I go over top of it, and it makes it like a toasted marshmallow you get when you go to a cookout. It gives it that toasted marshmallow flavor.
Right?
That's how deep I go with the fluff. So when you're talking my language, dude, you know, I'm a skinny guy with a fat kid's heart, you know?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Yeah, man.
Sure
I love
does.
it.
Sounds real good.
Making a bunch of stoners hungry.
And I think that would work, man. He's right. You can ball that up maybe with like some flour or something on your hands real
powdered
quick.
sugar.
Yeah, powdered sugar on your. That's a good idea on your hands, and then you can put it right on some saran wrap or something. Put it in the freezer.
Parchment.
Oh yeah, we got to talk to this seed person and see if we can make
Stoners making other stoners hungry. I tell you, every time.
That's a good idea. You know, you trade those ideas. Like, it's from a stoner. I got like the idea of making a s'more with the Reese peanut butter cup. Now that's my jam because I love the peanut butter chocolate. And boy, it does change up. It levels up the s'more game for me with the marshmallow and the graham cracker. It's awesome.
See, that's
we got the giveaway tool. Oh yeah, it does. I know.
It's my favorite.
People are going to hate on us. They're going to be like, you made me hungry. I'm out of here. Look, they're leaving.
Dude, I was going to say, if you watch all these, cultivation shows or even, like Caribou Hut, the boys from the Grow Room 420, if you stay on long enough, everybody gets stoned and then it always goes to fucking food at some point.
It does. Not always infused either.
We can have the fluff up there. I put it as fluff. The giveaway is for Americans and Canadians only, right, Art Man?
Correct. Let's try it. Yeah, make sure that we don't go out of the country other than Canada.
Yes, please.
Okay.
And,
sorry, guys.
No, that's nice to mention that because I don't want anybody being like, "Damn, I'm in Australia and this sucks," you know. So we'll put that up there. We'll let it run for a couple minutes. Nice thing about this is you can still see everybody on the side screen there, so we can all still have our chat. People can come and go and see, and obviously you got to be here to win. You got to claim them, so stick around.
Go tell your friends.
Yeah, message
have
them.
them come in and listeners they can head over to YouTube and win yourself some seeds.
We still got
6 cultivars. 4 of them based on Black Forest, supposedly a pretty strong THC, and they're all rigs.
Dr. Leave Me Alone. This is the one time I can put your comment up there and say you heard correctly, man. Giveaway. Type it in, big dog. And good luck.
Good luck.
Fluff or nutter. Oh, Jace.
Hey, yeah, we were just talking about the marshmallow fluff too.
That's what it would be, right?
With peanut butter.
Yeah, try the Reese peanut butter in your s'mores. It's a game changer.
Yeah, but
That's
he's
just brilliant.
the peanut butter and marshmallow fluff together is a fluffer nutter
Oh, the
sandwich.
fluffer nutter, yeah.
And if you add a banana to that, man,
Some bacon.
Yeah,
some
someone
bacon.
put wrap in the bacon. Everything's better with some bacon, brown gravy.
Bacon.
I had bacon and eggs this morning. My wonderful wife makes me bacon and eggs when I ask for it.
I had bacon as well.
That's good, man. It's a
baked bacon. We went to baking.
Okay.
Yeah, I like doing that too.
That's the best way to render the fat.
Yeah.
We like to keep
That's
the fat.
the only way. We haven't fried bacon once since we started that.
See, I like to sometimes have my dippy eggs fried in my bacon grease. I know it's a heart attack waiting to happen, but it's so good. It's just like Grandma used to make. And a little bit of sugar on my bacon. I like that. Just like at grandma's. Then I come upstairs and roll a joint and I pretend that I'm rolling her cigarettes like back in the day. It's a Sunday remembering my grandma who got my grandfather was a veteran, my father a veteran.
Yeah, they
My
got,
uncles.
yeah, Memorial Day
And
weekend, and we went.
I've been thinking about a lot about my family and the people they served with.
Yeah, and we do often drive around past these honor rolls. You know, all these towns, especially here in the New England states, especially, you'll see little honor rolls for every town from, you know, everywhere from the Civil War all the way up through to present day, man. And sometimes it's nice to stop there, even if you don't know the people on the wall, and just think about that.
I read one yesterday. We had a Revolutionary War. Excuse me.
That's wild, man. It's you know,
Yeah, it is wild.
I guess in the New England states, it's probably more prevalent to see that than it would be, you know, obviously the other way. But it's
being here in Pennsylvania, it's
a lot of history.
all
man.
that history is really, it's awesome to see those.
I mean, there's farms.
Some of those memorials that are
New York, the American one, he's from around all the way, and a lot of those farms that we drive past, some of those have been there since before this was even a country, man. You know, and this is where there's like places here in Pittsburgh at the Three Rivers where Lewis and Clark were still setting up to head out. You know, and it's like, wow, that's crazy, man. You know, and then they had made their way to St. Louis, and then that was the gateway to the West, and then it was like they chipped away at it, but. Knowing that history is a lot of fun. I didn't care about it when I was young. Now it's like it's so interesting, you know.
It is interesting just to see the places that, you know, George Washington stayed during the Revolutionary.
Or where the Native Americans lived around
know.
here before they were pushed out, you know, and how they lived and what they did and what it looked like, what their settlements would look like. And you can find that. That's why I love summer around here. You can find all these cool things going on at these different, you know.
Farmers' fields after a rainy day.
It's wild.
You can look for those arrowheads.
We got a lot of people chiming in. That's 20 folks already. Remember, everyone, try to only be in the USA or Canada.
And good luck.
And good luck.
So Bam-A-Lamb is the cross between Sideways Betty and...
I gotta dig it out now. I put it back in the bag.
Hey,
that's okay.
How many cultivars was there? Was it 5 or 6? 6 cultivars.
Six. Yep. And he
21
did these himself too. So, Sideways Betty across the Black Forest. Bam-A-Lamb.
Yeah, that sounds pretty cool. I like it.
Good luck, everyone.
And of course, that's from the song. If you didn't know that. Black Betty, Bam-A-Lamb.
Yeah.
You know that song? Okay.
Ram Jam. Isn't that who sang that? Ram Jam. I haven't thought about that name in a long time.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah. I think if you play that on YouTube, I still can see the video a little bit. I remember that they had the haircut of the 70s guys and the flannel shirt and stuff. And that's all I remember.
They looked like they were playing in somebody's backyard.
Yeah. It's a great song, man. I mean, how many times have you been driving around when you were younger and just, you know, the world was your oyster? That song was jamming on the radio.
They play that song on the radio a lot and like everywhere. You know, like coming from New York to Pennsylvania, they play different songs on the radio. But they both sides played that Black Betty.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
All right. We still got, there's 22 now. We'll maybe give them another minute or two, and then we can pick it. That's a lot. I never know how long.
I don't care.
Is there like a proper, I was going to say, is there a proper etiquette for how long you leave this up? Is it like bad?
If there's etiquette involved, I'm sure we're breaking the rules.
Yeah.
Yeah, screw the etiquette.
And I want
anyway,
to. I want to break them. There we go.
Yeah. What's the giveaway?
We got to go at least 2 minutes beyond it.
We can snuff the status quo.
The way Fluff talks about
There we go.
plants, I'm sure they're going to be killer, dude.
I'm having a hard time hearing Kyle. I don't know if it's just me
Is it
or what.
just us?
I can hear
feel
him.
bad 'cause
He's low, but I can definitely hear him.
I don't know what it is. I don't have anything new going on, I don't think.
Somebody's
hear you,
been saying we've been having issues. Brian 420 was one of them, I think, said he was having a hard time hearing our show. And
There was
stuff.
interference, and we're wondering if it's not something on our end, if it's StreamYard, and we don't even know like what we can do different. Trying to have less background noise going on.
Maybe it's just my
I'll
voice.
speak up louder anyway.
There you
Oh,
go.
we can hear you. Yeah, buddy.
Scream at us, Kyle. We won't get mad. I promise, man. We just want us to say
Paul
that.
just doesn't want to wear his hearing aid. He thinks it makes him look old, but it doesn't. I can barely see it.
Oh, damn.
I'm just
How
saying,
am I look?
I bet you that's some good shit if Fluff made it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. God. All right. It's 1:35. That's been like 9 minutes. What do you think? Is that good?
Roll. Sure.
Sure.
Go for it.
There's a little bit of a delay. So if you want to get in and you're listening, if you're one of the 63 and you're in America or Canada and you haven't typed the words fluff in caps in the chat, please do so at this present time.
The odds are good. The odds are in your favor.
Yeah, the numbers it's a great numbers game. Your odds are looking great, and I'm rooting for you.
And these seeds come from Fluff, our buddy Fluff, through
Fluffkins. Fluffkins Garden from Caribou Heart TV on YouTube. He's on their panel.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck.
Here it goes.
Oh, who could it be? Who could it be? Cake in a cup.
Cake in a cup.
It's cake. All right,
Congratulations,
you
Kate.
got it. Nice.
Nice. Cheers.
And Crispy will post my Instagram address in the chat
I will.
for me.
That's awesome.
So I don't have to fumble around and go back a page on my tablet and kill it.
Yeah, I'm getting that.
You know me
right
and tech. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Assist.
I wish that I
We're
could.
gonna
I
count
should
that.
put these in some type of alphabetical order too. That would probably help me out.
Cake in a cup. Man, that sounds good, don't it? Cake in a cup.
You
can
guys
get one
are
of Yeah, like
sweet.
Look at the picture. They have a picture of a cup with like it looks like cake in it, like literally. So I dig that. I'm not sure where that comes from, but I think it's cool.
So, yeah,
Nice.
I put Artman's Instagram in chat. So
It looks like Cake in a Cup is telling Dr. Levy alone that to send the details
see that.
because he wants to transfer his win to Dr. Levy alone. Is that to be understood?
Okie dokie. Yeah, I don't care. That's fine by me. I don't care.
Maybe
Maybe
Cake in
cake
a Cup
has
is
an abundance of seeds.
hey,
You
that's
know?
pretty cool. That's an awesome grow me. You know, this community rocks with all the generosity, and I'm excited. Someone's gonna get to grow some of Fluff stuff, and I've seen his garden. I know people are talking about it in chat because it is gorgeous.
And he sent us some of the. He sent us a whole bunch
Cakes
of
in
things that we're looking for.
Australia. I guess.
Yeah,
Oh, he's in Australia.
we're looking forward to growing the seeds that we got from Fluff. So you know, we can feel the excitement, and that's lucky. Congratulations to Dr. Levy alone.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I like taking the cup as a rebel. They broke the rules. They were like, you know what? Screw this. I'm in Australia. I'm still piping it in.
Hey, that's cool.
Because they have a delineation.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, I want to win for somebody. Why
hook my
not? Give
hose.
them an extra edge. Why not?
Hey, we've done that with grow lights and
Hey,
everything, man.
like with etiquette, we said we break the rules here, right?
Yeah, we want shit too. We're like, we can't use it or whatever. Give it to somebody who's closer. Save on shipping, all that stuff.
Well, I only got one thing to say. Bam-a-lam. We'll be coming to you.
I like
Congrats,
it.
doctor.
That's awesome.
Rules? There are no rules. Why does it say remove tile? Look, He's the
Okay,
only
we might. Yeah, it's weird. I'm not-
American one. You're the only one that it's prompting me to remove you. Is that weird?
I get that a lot.
Maybe
I accidentally
if I
click
don't
on
talk,
something and it comes up. It comes up a lot.
if I don't talk,
I
a
gotta
lot,
make sure I
maybe, or
don't
the
hit it.
person. No, because
No.
okay, yeah, okay. JC hasn't been saying much, so that can't be it. They just want to get rid of
Yeah,
me. What
that's
are they?
just.
Maybe
It's
the
probably
FBI
something on our
watching.
end.
Well, hey, Dan accidentally booted me once, so and he was on a ladder and he did it. I still don't figure out. I can't figure out how he did that. So, yeah, he booted me out of Caribou.
Oh, it went
was
away
pretty
now.
funny.
My mouse was frozen, but not over top of his name or anything, way on the other side of the screen. But as soon as I clicked it to move my mouse, it went away. But it was only on his. Anyhow, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disrupt. Congratulations to Cake in the Cup, and he gave him over to who was it?
Doctor, leave me alone.
Dr.
Did
Lee.
you put the
I put Artman's. I will do it again.
Artman's
Put
link?
Artman's link.
I'm sorry, I
in.
want to make sure we did all that.
Thank you very much.
I'll be running those again.
Hey, Dr. Lee, be alone. That's cool. Maybe he'll come on and show us some plants someday. Those are some good genetics. Somebody else said
That'd be
what you were
nice.
saying earlier. In his garden, they look great in Fluff's garden. So I got Thunder Dan seeds. He's got a bunch of seeds I want to grow, man. It's like, I'm not sure where to start.
Exactly.
Some are regs, some are fems, so that can kind of dictate the amount of labor and how many you need to start and all, how it's going to go. But I kind of want to do the regs, man. Like that's part of the my appeal is to get in there and get the regs, pick out the males if there are, whatever comes up, and really be involved in that way.
Well, you remember the one last week, the male of Bamalam. I culled that one. I didn't want to harvest any pollen, so I got 2 other Bamalam seedlings started right now. That was the ones I showed you earlier. So I'm doing her too. Should be good.
Yeah, Thunder Dans are all fems. Hey, thanks again for that knife. Thunder Dan sent us this knife, man. I can't remember the name of the knife, and I feel bad. It's downstairs by the back door because I use it in the garden. But it looks like a Rambo knife, but it's not really like that. One side's serrated, one side's sharp, comes down to a point. It's got hash marks on one side. It's for like digging, and it tells you how deep to dig. And it's just a badass tool, man. When you look at it, you think, but once I started using it out there, digging holes for our peppers, and I mean, you can, if you have old netting on there, it has a ripper on it, it has everything, and like he said, you can pound it with a hammer, man. It's got a tang that goes all the way through with a blunt end. It's badass. Bare Bones garden knife. You guys can check it out by looking it up, but it's a pretty cool ass gift, and he sent us one. I thought that was awesome.
It's wicked looking. It is.
Another awesome grow me in the community.
Yeah. And he sent a bunch of seeds that are feminized.
And so we have all these seeds that we want to get through, and we're excited and dogging to do it. And we know that we're on this break that's, going to be all summer. And it got us to thinking about, our stash. Smart gets a little nervous.
Okay, Jace is the one that questioned our stash. And after the
Yeah,
show, I was down there looking at it, like, let me check, make sure.
I told
Is it
Smart,
getting
he's
low?
like,
It's getting low,
he needs
dude.
to.
Oh, that's not good.
We're gonna make Tom go ahead.
No, it's okay. It's just like I think Smart gets a little nervous about things that probably aren't going to happen. But as a side benefit of that, we're not going to make it. We're going to be throwing a 2x2 up and possibly grow like sooner than we even thought.
We're gonna tuck it up.
We're stuck in the bedroom.
We're
Yeah, right.
We got the AC on in there most of the time, anyhow. Keeping it nice and cool. And
Yo, do you guys got stuff in the freezer or no?
what's that?
No, we
Nothing.
don't have
Trim?
anything to freeze.
No trim.
Hey, Ty, we lost a whole bunch of ammunition and shit that was in our freezer because it failed on us. It was a
The
deep
freezer
freezer in the
went.
basement. We lost like $500 worth of meat.
Shit. That
Yep.
sucks.
Yeah.
A bunch of good
I didn't
strains.
know
This
that.
was like a year and a half
I'm sorry to
ago.
hear
or something.
Sorry
Yeah,
to
that
hear
was that sucked. But you know what? It was kind of our fault. We bought a cheap freezer from Sam's Club that was not a brand that we recognized, and lesson learned. But yeah, unfortunately, we had Amy Ace's trim in there that we were saving to wash, and something like I wanted to keep for a long time, and I lost it. Was my wedding bouquet, and that sucked. Like I had a hard time accepting that. But I'm good now.
The rest of
I'm good
it was
now.
nothing.
The photos and the memories, and I have Smont. I don't need the bouquet, you know. But
That's right.
But
yeah,
that would be nice to keep.
We grow a new bouquet every 3 to 5 months.
Yes, we do.
But we definitely want
nice.
to we definitely want to give ourselves a get a small tent, and just we're gonna maybe throw a couple solo cups, in there, and just maybe dick around a little sea of green under 100-watt light, and it can be real easy to run a filter through it, and it's we have it all laid out where it'll be pretty easy to hide too,
Nice.
So how far
I
away
can
from
imagine you
from
going
drone are you?
that time. What was that?
I was asking Smont, how far out is he from starting to grow again?
Yeah, how far? We were talking about that. It's gonna be at least three weeks. We can't do anything for, I don't see, in the foreseeable next 3 to 4 weeks. We're just gonna be too much. There's too much going on, and I'm thinking with a 2x2 tent, it's not gonna be creating such issues as like the smells that we have to we're not gonna control, but a small tent, like Smont said, it's going to be easy to hide, and we'll keep it in an air-conditioned bedroom. But yeah, we're looking at July, and I know it gets really hot, and that's gonna suck, but we're gonna do it. It's gonna suck less than not growing, because
It'll be good to see you growing again too. You'll feel better. I know that. Obviously, you guys are jonesing for the grow. I want to grow. I want my plants.
Yeah, and you know what? Like the last grow, when we found those seeds, it was like such a kick in the gut. I like, you know what? I've had it. I want to take this break. I'm so excited. I was kind of upset and angry at first about that whole herming tent, but then I thought, we're just going to get to our break. But we realize now, it's not just me or just him. Like one of us always dogging to get to that next grow. It's the both of us, and
so that's the plan. Anyhow, we'll see what happens.
It is the plan, but I think Smont's over panicking about running short, but I don't mind getting up that grow.
I just like growing, man. I kind of want to have something to poke at, even if I can't give it the attention that it should have. I want something in there. Like you said, it might get a little hot here or there, but I think we'll manage. Something will happen, right?
Yeah.
Like exactly what you said. The shittiness of not growing will be much worse than
battling a little heat,
battling a little heat, or having
a little noisy, little extra noise.
Everybody understands. I mean, why we don't have to explain ourselves. They would all be trying to do the same thing, but it sucks seeing all that big space just kind of sitting there for a while. So we'll see. Like Ice and I's over there doing something with this. What are you making, Ice and I? Yogurt. Yep.
Yeah. I'm just. There's a motorbike outside. I'm just sterilising my stuff to turning my yogurt into Greek yogurt. You do it, put it through a strainer, you take all the way out.
Right on.
I've been experimenting. I've added a few more strains of bacteria to it. Tastes pretty damn nice too. So.
Look, there's green fingers coming on too. Salt and sea.
Cheers, guys.
Better late than never.
Cheers, green fingers.
Cheers, Robert.
Just want to come on and see what you guys do anyway.
Oh yeah,
You want-
we still got probably half a joint left.
Oh yeah, good half.
Okay.
You know, we was talking about food so much. When we get off here, it's on, man.
We're going for lunch.
It's always on after the show.
It
I'm
is.
ready. I'm ravenous by the time it's done. And I blame you.
We'll take the blame.
How's the grow coming along, Green Fingers?
Doing. Let me clear my throat. Doing good. I just planted a bunch of stuff. I would show you. So I got some ramen, bodega breeze, manufacturing, and manufacturing. Oh, that's the those. There's a bunch of little spots. Just got that working on, and that's next. Really, flower rooms. Thanks for having me today.
Damn, I don't know what's going on. It seems like Green Finger, some of that
I'm
got
just-
broke up.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cutting out. Sorry,
Cutting
buddy.
out.
Volume.
I hear that some kind of a feedback or something going on here. I don't know what. Look, there's the yogurt. I don't like yogurt. It looks disgusting to me. I'm sorry. I don't like shit, man. I'm sorry.
He's a weirdo, man.
It looks
He doesn't
like
know what's
Tell us
good.
how you
it
feel.
looks like rotten milk, man. It looks like milk that went bad. If you ask me, I can't eat like
Cheese. You like cheese?
not a lot of cheeses. Let's be honest. Not like my
Yeah,
wife.
no.
She's a cheesy cheese head. Trust me.
I like the cheesy, and I like the cheeses.
Double cheeseburgers, double mac and cheese, double cheese everything. For me, it's once in a while I have cheese. I'd rather have a ham sandwich without cheese. I'd rather have a hamburger without cheese. Honestly, am I lying? I
Yeah,
always
but just order it with cheese, and then I'll take your cheese.
Yeah.
And everything works out great for me.
that's usually what we do. She gets-
You get double cheese.
I take her pickles, she takes my cheese, man. But I know the benefits of the yogurt. I know the cultures and shit, all the probiotics. I know it's really good for you, but
Yeah. I love it.
oh, okay, yeah. See, somebody else hears it. It's
Okay.
a low rumble. So
Maybe if you
let's
go
run a
into
test.
We're
gonna start
go
with-
into the settings and put
They're blaming-
the noise cancellation.
Yeah, I just checked mine on my phone. I put the.
No, it was doing me.
That any better?
Okay, let me check in Jace. I muted him and it's still doing it. All right, let me try Art Man. I hope it ain't him. That's who it is. As soon as we muted Art Man, I think it went away. Now let me ask OK Jace to unmute himself, and I'll ask Iceni to unmute himself, and everybody be unmuted except Art Man. And see
Oh
if
yeah,
we
I'm
hear it.
unmuted, right?
You're unmuted. Now
All right,
let's ask the chat. Do you still hear the hummings of the feedback?
the rumble.
There's a rumble. I'll be damned. I think
Okay,
it is.
if there's a rumble, maybe it's us. Try muting us.
Nope. They say it's gone. It's Art Man.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, definitely art, man.
And that sucks because he just went through this and we tried to fix so much shit over
Me
and
old
over.
flower was happening to me old flower as well. Every time he was on on the Grow Room 420, he had this noise in the background. And I think it's the iPhone. Is that an iPhone?
No, he might be.
Oh, man.
You're still muted, Art Man. You can unmute now. All right.
No, I don't have an iPhone.
I don't hear it now.
I don't hear it either.
Oh, maybe it was a fan in the other room. I went and turned that fan off in the other room and shut my grow room door, so I can't have fans on. Okay.
Huh. That's weird.
I will make a note of it.
Hey,
Still gone?
I think I'm starting to hear it again. It sounds like someone has a radio on the back, or there's feedback. It's back now. Yep. I hear it. All right, let's see if it's gone. It's gone. She gone. Damn it, Art, man. We got to figure this out, man.
Yeah.
That really burns my ass, man, as they say, right? But this is how you find out. You have to do it live, man. There's just no other way around it. But I don't know. Did you check his volume?
Yeah, because if there's something that we can do on this end, like
I don't
noise
think there's anything we can do.
cancellation.
Let me click
If you
on him
go
and see.
into
Let me click on him. It just says, I don't have any. All I have is remove from stage. Oh, there we go. Edit mic settings.
Okay.
Reduce mic bracket. Oh, I do have
Right
stuff.
there.
Oh, let me try
Okay.
it. But it takes away echo cancellation.
But that might be okay. We're going to try that.
Hey, your volume's in the middle on my end. So once you.
So maybe it was on our end. Oh, geez.
Maybe it was. All right, unmute again. I can only do this when you're unmuted, Art, man. If you can unmute. It won't there you go. You're unmuted now. Say something.
Hang on a second. I'm trying. It
There
is
we go.
Okay, I don't hear it now.
All I'm hearing is through the tablet.
Okay, we don't hear you now. Let's see. Because I didn't even realize I had that. It says on my end.
We edited your mic settings, and now we're not like getting that feedback.
These are my options.
I also
Art,
turned
man.
off.
Here's the options it gives me: echo cancellation, reduce mic background noise. Both of those have a check mark, and then the other one says automatically adjust mic volume. You can't have that one clicked and echo cancellation at the same time. So I controlled the volume and put you at 50%, and just like everybody else is at. That's what it has everybody at. So I think we're good. That might have fixed it.
And if we have future problems, we're going to go back and revisit.
Yeah. Hey, go ahead and talk for a little bit, Art, man, and see if it goes away.
My earbuds aren't even working right now. So I don't know if it's even working. Can you hear me?
Yeah. I can hear you.
Can you hear me at all?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you. Oh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay. Very good. Anyway.
Well, we're about to do our goodbyes,
do you want me to
Art
say?
Man. You want to?
Okay. N. 2 N's. 420 underscore. At Instagram. Dr. Lieb, get a hold of me.
Hey, you're right, Guerrero Grows. It worked this time. So I have all three of them clicked now. He's right. It did let me do it.
Oh, sweet.
When I clicked it one before, it took the other one away. Now they're all three lit up. I don't know what's going on, but we have them all three clicked now, Art Man. We have echo cancellation. We have, let's see here. We have echo cancellation, reduce mic background, and automatically adjust mic volume. Those are the only options they give us, and we've applied them all.
And it seemed to work because we could hear you. I'm not sure how that connects with like your earbuds, buddy, but
we'll try
hopefully it'll all work
Wednesday.
out. And we really appreciate you coming on and giving away seeds. You're an awesome gromie.
We'll try again on Wednesday if you're
around.
around.
Yeah, we can try Wednesday and get a hold of Art Man. If you're not following him, go hit that link and give him a follow. And how about we go with you? Okay, Jace. You want to say your final shout outs or goodbyes?
Yeah, okay, Jace20 at Instagram. Thanks for having me on again, guys, and we'll look forward to seeing you on Hump Days.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Hump Days. Up next, you want to go Green Fingers. You're next in line.
I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Hit me up, Salt and Sea Seeds. Have a good day, everybody. Peace out.
Cheers to that. Thank you so much for coming on. Awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing and having you around.
Yes, he's giving away a lot of seeds here, man, and just a good gromie all around. So hopefully everybody will go check him out, support his cause because it's a righteous one. Same with our next guest here, the American one. we were looking forward to growing some more of your seeds, buddy. And I have some stuff that I want to meet up with you and smoke with you and of your stuff. So because we're pretty proud of it.
That's put aside. It's not. It's we don't even count that in our stash.
No, that's for
So-
when we come.
That's-
But you know, if it
well,
gets too
no.
cold, it won't be great.
Yeah, we got to meet up soon.
All right, we'll figure it out. But if it comes down to it, don't worry about burning it. That's true too. Don't even sweat it. But shout out to everyone who came up on panel and everyone in chat. Everyone knows me. I'm the American one. Or if you don't know me, I'm the American one on YouTube and the American one _with_ E Keens on the IG. And yeah, it's always good hanging out with you guys and seeing you. And shout out to all the Gromies. Seed Person 1, Sacred Tara now, and Collector Mary Jane, Brent Anderson, Smapoka, you, Crispy, Artman, Ice and OK Jace, 420, everyone. Peace. Have a great Memorial Day. Remember the people that gave their all for us, and yeah, let's hope let's hope prices come down too. Okay, bye.
Yeah. Here's to better future for sure. You got to remember
less
where we come
inflation.
from.
That's right. You got to remember where we come from. Always. And last but not least, our buddy Ice and I, the yogurt man today. That was cool,
that
man.
was cool to see the yogurt. I enjoy yogurt, so I'm with you with the eating the yogurt. It's good for you.
It really is. Cheers, everyone. It's been a pleasure as always. Piss and puff, and catch everyone later. Look forward to having a chat with everyone. Latest bye.
Right on.
Cheers, everybody. Grow love. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Stay safe.
Thanks, chat. See you later. Grower love.